Osamohan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
And good evening, everybody. We are live from Maryland Sport and Fitness Center as tonight your Adrian College Bulldogs will take on the Hornets from Kalamazoo College. I'm Forrest Vernier on play-by-play. Jake Lucard is your director. Audrey Evans making her ACTV debut this evening. She is running the top camera. Also on her crew, we have Dylan Knighton taking some B-roll footage. And the Kalamazoo Hornets are head coached by Morgan Lemner, assisted by Colleen Leonard and Emma Stickley. This is the Kalamazoo Hornets. Their roster consists of Lizzie Braccioli, Ava Betchler, Juliette Bournet, Rachel Meston, Sarah Rutherford, Tatum Kate Casper, Hannah Vanderloop, Jenna Gurnell, Savannah Chappie, Claire Davis, Josie Cook, Emerson Ahrensman, Charlotte Ruder, Jana Mobley, Michaela Goddard, Taylor Stevens, Olive Ryder, Brittany Miller, Tony Koschmeider, Hallie Johnson, Ann Lawrence, and Jackie LaFollette. And the Bulldogs are coached by David Kwan in his 13th season, assisted by Hannah Galloway in her second. And the Bulldogs roster, they've got Emma Thackeray, Chloe Kaiser, Kendall Sullivan, Kayla Chan, Lauren Balmer, Jasmine Kaiser, Rainey Atherton, Haley Scott, Amber Morris, who's been named the MIAA Athlete of the Week, Amelia McCombs, Cora Nicolani, Lily Sipila, Lacey Shaw, Maya Minjardes, who leads the Bulldogs in digs, Virginia Rowan, Kaylee White, Ava Aker, Megan Reckling, April Cruz, Lana Cox, Phoebe Scott, Brenna Cassell, Megan Feldman, and Peyton Oratel. And these are all the players for the Hornets and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Adrian College's overall record this season is 6-11, 3-3 conference. They've done pretty decent at home, 3-1. They've struggled on the road, 1-3, 2-7 neutral. For the Hornets, their overall record is 8-16, 1-6 conference. It's been a tough season for Kalamazoo overall. They are 2-5 at home. They have not won an away game. They are 0-10. They're 6-1 for neutral. And we are just about to get things going here at Marilat. How this is going to work is this is a best-of-5 series matchup. The first team to take 3 out of 5 wins this game. And for each period, the first team to get to 25 points will win the heat. Starting things off for the Bulldogs, we got Kayla Chan, Lana Cox, Haley Scott, Kendall Sullivan, Amber Morris, Megan Feldman, and Maya Minjardes. And for the Hornets, Michaela Goddard, Brittany Miller. Also, we have Taylor Stevens, Jenna Gremmel. And the Hornets will be serving the ball first. As the referee blows the whistle, and here we go, and there's a serve by Goddard. The set from Sullivan. Feldman goes for the point, and there's the dig from Rochelle. There's the set from Sullivan. And the Bulldogs get the first point. They lead 1-0 in this first period. As now they have the ball. Maya Minjardes, one of our seniors, will be making the serve. This is also the Bulldogs' last regular season game of this year. As on the 9th, they will be traveling to Albion College to take on the Britons. Minjardes will be making her second serve. She gets it over the net, and there's the dig from Rochelle. That one's over the net, and a great play by Minjardes, getting to the ball quick. Feldman goes for the kill point, and she's got it. It's now 3-0 Bulldogs. Minjardes now will be making her third consecutive serve. And it's over the net. And there's the dig. Feldman and Chan double teaming. Minjardes with the dig. Sullivan with the one-handed play. Chan with the backwards dig over the net. There's a set by Goddard. Minjardes with another dig. Sullivan to Morris. And another dig. 2 digs now. And Cox couldn't get the contact that she wanted. And the Hornets are on the board for the first time tonight. Taylor Stevens being substituted by Rachel Meston, who will be making the serve for the Hornets. Meston gets it over the net. A nice dig from Lana Cox, learning from her mistake. The Bulldogs make it 4-1. They're going to get the ball back. Here comes Megan Reckling and Emma Thackeray taking over for Kendall Sullivan and Megan Feldman. So now here's Emma Thackeray, the senior from Trenton, Michigan. Thackeray with her first serve. And there's the dig. Set from Goddard. Cox to Reckling to Chan. And Chan helps the Bulldogs get their 5th point of this first period. Thackeray about to make her second serve. It's over the net. There's the dig by Meston. That one's over the net. Cox gets to it quick. Reckling to Morris. And Morris makes it 6-1. Thackeray making her third serve in a row here. That one's over the net, and it goes too far. The Hornets get their second of this first period. Reuter now being substituted by Tatum Casper. Now the Hornets have the ball and serving it. Thackeray with the dig. Reckling has to hurry. Now Thackeray will have to dig it. And the set from Goddard. Thackeray with a nice dig. Morris over the net. And Meston couldn't get enough altitude on the dig. Gives Adrian College their seventh. Lana Cox now will be substituted by Virginia Rowan as Amber Morris makes the serve for the Bulldogs. And there's a set. And Adrian College gets the point. Smart play by Manjares, keeping a good eye on it, making sure nobody touches it when it's going out of bounds. When it's going out, I should say, as Morris makes her second serve. There's the set. And it's blocked by Chan. Showing some good defense for Adrian. It's now 9-2. Morris now making another serve. Dug up from the Hornets. Over the net. Thackeray with the dig. Reckling to Chan. And Chan hits it too far. The Hornets get their third of this first period. Now Goddard will be substituted by Juliet Bournet, the sophomore from Seattle, Washington. And now there's the serve by Casper. Rowan over the net with the one-handed play. And there's the dig from Rochelle. And that one's over the net. It's 9-4 Bulldogs as Casper will be making another serve. Casper is a junior from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. And just like that, Adrian College will get the ball back. Haley Scott coming in to substitute for Maya Minjardes. Now here's Chan. She will be making her first serve of the night. Bulldogs have a 10-4 lead. Chan over the net. And there's the dig by Miller. As Morris is just able to get out of the way. Gives the Bulldogs their 11th. Now here's Chan making her second serve. And it's over the net. There's the dig by Miller. Scott now with the dig, and whose point will that one be? It will be the Bulldogs. And this is going to be our first time out, but what a start it has been for Adrian College. They lead 12-4 as Kayla Chan just made some outstanding serves here. We want to thank you very much for joining us this evening, as we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with more volleyball in just a moment. I'm Forrest Vernier from Adrian College Television.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
I'm ready.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more.
Bulldogs have a 12-4 lead as Chan will pick up back where she left off, making her third consecutive serve, and there's the dig from Miller. And that's Arendsman. And Kalamazoo will get their fifth. Minjardes will come back in for Chan. Now the Hornets will be serving it. And Miller gets it over the net. The set from Reckling. Rowan over the net. And Adrian College has been very consistent with getting the ball back whenever Kalamazoo gets the point. So here's Kendall Sullivan, the sophomore from Blissfield, Michigan, making her first serve. And a little awkward on the set transition from Kalamazoo. Hits the net. Gives the Bulldogs their 14th. Sullivan will be making her second serve now. And it's over the net. That one went over like a laser. Morris makes an easy play on the dig. Rowan. And it goes too far. The Hornets will get the ball as they have their sixth. Ava Beckler will be making her first serve. She's a freshman from Honor, Michigan. Graduated high school from Benzie Central. And the Hornets get the kill. It is 14-7 Adrian. Beckler with another serve. Morris with the dig. Sullivan to Rowan. As Rowan had a little too much momentum on the hit. Makes it 14-8. As the Hornets trying to get something going here. Majares to Sullivan to Scott. And it's over the net. What a dig there by Majares. Majares with the one-handed play. Arnsman. Majares with another dig. Sullivan. Feldman. And it's going to be Adrian College's point. Here comes Lana Cox. Subbing in for Rowan. Rochelle coming in to take over for Beckler. Lana Cox will get back to work. She's substituting for Rowan. And that one's back into the Bulldogs territory. Sullivan to Scott. And the flag goes up. Kalamazoo gets their 9th. Michaela Goddard now will be making the serve for the Hornets. And it's over the net. Cox will have to make the dig. Sullivan with the set. Morris goes for the kill. And it's quickly recovered by the Hornets. Majares will have to make another dig. Sullivan with the set. Feldman goes for the kill. And she gives the Bulldogs their 16th. Chan coming back in to substitute for Scott. So now Minjardes taking her time, making sure the ball is good enough to serve. And there's the set by Goddard. And the Bulldogs get their 17th as they're starting to pull away here in the first period. Majares will be making another serve. And there's the dig by Stevens. And it bounces in front of Cox. The Hornets get their 10th. So here's Rachel Meston. She'll be coming in for Stevens. And now Meston will be making the serve. And it's over the net. Lana Cox digs it up. Sullivan with the set. Feldman going for the point. But it's quickly recovered from the Hornets. Feldman now with another set to Sullivan. Chan over the net in Hornets territory. Feldman with the dig. Now Sullivan. Morris getting it over. Hornets set. And the hit by Casper was blocked by Chan. But on an error, it will be the Hornets' point. They still have the ball. That one's over the net. Lana Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Feldman. And the Bulldogs get their 18th. Megan Reckling will take over for Kendall Sullivan. Sullivan having a conversation with David Kwan, getting some words of advice. For whenever he sends her back out. Now the Hornets, and it hits the net. But on the error, it's 18-12 Bulldogs. Thackeray coming in to take over for Feldman. Feldman getting double high fives from her teammates on the sidelines. So here's Rochelle making the serve. Majars with the dig. Reckling to Chan. Over the net. And it hits the net. The Bulldogs get their 19th. Lana Cox being substituted by Virginia Rowan. Amber Morris, the MIAA Athlete of the Week, making the serve. That was dug up by Meston. And Majars with a phenomenal dig, and another one by Rochelle. Over the net from Miller. The Hornets get their 13th. So here's Tatum Casper. She'll be making another serve as Juliet Bournet will be substituting for Michaela Goddard. Now here's the serve. Bulldogs get the dig from Thackeray. Rowan goes for the kill, and it made contact with Rochelle's wrist before it touched the ground. Gets the Bulldogs their 20th. Here's Atherton and Scott coming in to take over for Manjardes and Chan. So now here's Atherton, the junior from White Pigeon, Michigan. Casper also being substituted by Ahrensman for the Hornets. And there's the dig from Ahrensman. Blocked by Reckling. Bulldogs get point number 21. Atherton is going to serve it again for Adrian College. And there's the dig from Miller. Thackeray with the dig. But the referee stops the play. He blows the whistle. It is 22-13 Bulldogs. Atherton now making another serve. There's the dig from Rochelle. The set. Over the net, Atherton with a dig. Reckling to Rowan. Rowan with a stumble but recovers. And there's a set from Rochelle. And another set from Ahrensman. That one's over the net by Bournet. Rowan gonna try again, and she gets the kill. 23-13. Rainey Atherton will be making her third consecutive serve. Bulldogs are 2 points away from taking the first period. That one's over the net. There's the dig. Set. Goes for the kill. And the Hornets get their 14th as Chan will substitute for Atherton. Here comes Stevens taking over for Meston as the Hornets have the ball. As the Bulldogs are going to have to do something to get it back quick. It's in the Hornets' territory, and there's the dig by Miller. Reckling with the set. Scott over the net. And now the set goes for the point. Morris with the set. Now she'll hit it over. The dig, set. And another dig from Thackeray. Reckling to Rowan. The Hornets will not let it touch the ground. And they'll get their 15th. Now serving it will be Miller, the junior from Lombard, Illinois. That one's over the net. Nice stick from Thackeray. Reckling to Rowan. And Thackeray will help Reckling. Now there's a set from Arinsman. Thackeray with a diving dig. And Reckling. And it hits the net. Now Brittany Miller will be making another serve for the Hornets. Bulldogs lead 23-16. Reckling with the one-handed play. That was over that. Manjares with the set, and it gets by Reckling. As Reckling went for the one-handed play but missed. Miller will be making her 4th consecutive serve. Over the net, Thackeray with the dig. Reckling, set. Rowan goes for the point. Quickly recovered from the Hornets. And it's out. Bulldogs are a point away from taking period number 1. Reckling and Thackeray will be making their way towards the sidelines, being substituted by Sullivan and Feldman. Sullivan trying to win this first period for the Bulldogs, and it's quickly, and the Bulldogs get their 25th as they win the first period 25-17 as they take a 1-0 lead. Now remember, the first team to win 3 out of 5 will win this game tonight. We're going to cut to a commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We will be right back for period number 2. From the home of Adrian College Sports and Adrian College Television, I'm Forrest Vernier. And we are back as we're just about ready to get started for the second period. And we would like to sincerely apologize for any technical difficulties that you may be experiencing if you are watching the stream from home, because it seems like that our that our stream seems to be a little glitchy, but hopefully we can get things fixed as soon as we can. As I would like to give a special shout out to our boss, Megan Abbey, who is here helping. As we do appreciate everything that she does to make sure all of our streams go smoothly, but things do happen every now and then. But Lana Cox will get the first serve for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead here in the second period. Lana Cox had a pretty decent first period, making some good serves and digs. And she gets another good serve, makes it 2-0 Adrian. So I would like to say thank you very much again for tuning in to this broadcast here on ACTV. I'm Forrest Veneer along with Jake Lukehart, Audrey Evans, Dylan Knighton, and Megan Abbey. And the Bulldogs now have a 3-0 lead here in period number 2. Lana Cox will be making her 4th consecutive serve here. And she's got it. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Rochelle. And there's a set from Goddard over the net. Oh, wait, no, it hits the net. I apologize. And we're getting some substitutes for the Hornets. To Feldman with an over-the-net set. To Feldman, and it's going to be the Bulldogs' point. They lead 6-2 in this second period. Rochelle will be making the serve. Timeout. We're going to take a break for just a minute. But we'll be right back from the home of Adrian College Sports. From the home of Adrian College Sports, I'm Forrest Vernier. Bulldogs lead 10-4 as we're in the second period. Adrian College has a good start here, and they're looking to continue to pull away here. Here's Emma Thackeray. She will be making another serve. And there's a dig from Rochelle. And another dig from Beckler. Thackeray with another dig. Reckling to Chan. Bulldogs get their 11th. And if Adrian wins tonight, they will extend their home record to 3-1. And their overall would be 7-11 if they do win this game tonight. And that one's over the net. There's the dig from Cox. Reckling to Morris. Bulldogs get another one. 12-4 here in the second. Thackeray, the senior from Trenton, will be making another serve. And here it is. And that was a great serve by Thackeray. Meston with the dig. And it hits the net. which means the Bulldogs will get their 13th. And Thackeray with another serve, and this time the Hornets will get a point. It will be their 5th. So here's Juliette Bornay. She will be substituting for Michaela Goddard. Now Casper will be making the serve. And it's over the net. Minjares with a dig. Reckling to Chan, and Chan gives the Bulldogs their 14th. Virginia Rowan will come back in and substitute for Lana Cox. Casper being substituted by Aaronsman. So now here's Amber Morris, the senior from Rochester Hills, Michigan. And that's over the net. Morris with the dig. And that was Rowan who helped the Bulldogs get another point on the board. Bulldogs lead 15-5. And there's the set. Now the Bulldogs get their 16th. Amber Morris now getting ready to make another serve. Trying to keep the Bulldogs' momentum going. They're on pace to take a 2-0 lead. And I think I may have summoned the commentator's curse as the Hornets get their 6th point. As now it's their turn to try and get something going here. That one's over the net on the serve by Miller. Reckling to Rowan. And the Bulldogs get back on track. They get their 17th. Kayla Chan will be substituted by Brenna Kosal. Kosal is a junior from Peck, Michigan. Fun fact, Brenna Kosal and I were in a class together called Writing About Sports. Now there's a set in the dig from the Hornets. Rowan has to hurry, but gets to on the one-handed dig. Morris couldn't get the contact she wanted as it hits the net. Chan will be back into this game. Or excuse me, no, that's Maya Minjardes. She will take over for Kosal. And that one's over the net on the serve by Beckler. Reckling to Rowan. Beckler recovers with the dig, and the set goes for the point, and it hits the pole. It will be the Bulldogs' point as they now have their 18th, and Sullivan and Feldman are rechecking in, taking over for Reckling and Thackeray. And Kendall Sullivan will pick up back where she left off, making a spectacular serve, and the set. Scott trying to play defense for the Bulldogs. Reckling keeping a good eye on the ball here. Excuse me, no, that was Feldman doing a good job. Now Feldman with the set over the net. And it just goes out. It's 18-8 in favor of the Bulldogs. Bornay and Arendsman will be substituted by Meston and Stevens. And the Bulldogs get their 19th. Lana Cox will substitute for Virginia Rowan. Cox now will be serving it for Adrian. Bulldogs once again on a good pace here. And there's the set. Goes for the point. Cox again with another one-handed dig. Morris goes for the point. And it's dug back up. The Hornets recovered it. And the Bulldogs get their 20th. Adrian College is 4 points away from winning period number 2. Cox about to make another serve here. Gets the momentum she needs. The Hornets quickly recover it. But the Hornets will have the ball now. But that's their 9th point of this period. Stevens will be substituted by Meston, who will be making the serve for Kalamazoo. And it's over the net, and there's the dig from Cox. The set from Sullivan. Morris goes for the kill. And she gets the point. 21-9 Bulldogs. Chan and McCombs will come into this game, substituting for Manjardes and Scott. McCombs is making her first appearance, actually, tonight. She is a junior from Commerce Township, Michigan. Graduated from Lakeland High School. As the Bulldogs get point number 22. What a game it has been so far for the Adrian Bulldogs. And there's a serve by McCombs. And the set. Blocked by Chan, but the Hornets quickly recover it. Lana Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Feldman. And it bounces back in. 22-10. As now the Hornets are in double digits now in the second period. So here's Rochelle. Will be making another serve. Lana Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Morris. That's high in the air. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Goddard. Majaris has to hurry. Now it's Feldman over the net and the set. Majaris with the dig. Morris goes for the point, and there's another great dig by Meston. Blocked by Chan. Feldman gets the kill point. 23-10 Bulldogs. Megan Feldman will be making her first serve, I believe, of this second period. Sullivan now being substituted by Reckling. And the serve by Feldman gives the Bulldogs their 24th point. Feldman and the Bulldogs are one away from taking the second. Dug up over the net. Lana Cox with the dig. Reckling to Chan. And it's too far outside the corner. As the Hornets refuse to quit here. Tatum Casper now will be serving it. As Goddard is now on the sidelines. And there's the serve. Thackeray back into this game, makes the dig. Chan trying to get the point here. Back in the Bulldogs territory. Reckling to Morris. And it's still too much. Still a little too much momentum on the hit. Kalamazoo gets their 12th. Casper with the serve. Manjars with the dig. Reckling. Now here's Morris. And it's the Bulldogs' point. It's their 25th. As Adrian College take a the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead against the Kalamazoo Hornets. As we're now going into period number 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Will the Bulldogs make it a sweep, or will the Hornets force a period number 4? Find out only on Adrian College Television. I'm Forrest Vernier.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
And we are back as the Bulldogs have a 2-0 lead over the Kalamazoo Hornets. I am Forrest Veneer, along with Jake Lucart, Audrey Evans, Dylan Knighton. Thank you very much for tuning in to Adrian College Television. For those of you watching this stream at home, pull up a chair, get your microwave popcorn, sit back and relax, and enjoy this game. As Feldman hits it over the net. Lana Cox has to hurry, gets to it quick. Sullivan to Morris. Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead. As remember, this is a best-of-5 series matchup. The Bulldogs won the first two, so if they win this third period, they will win this series in a sweep. So now here's Maya Minjarez. She'll be making the serve for the Bulldogs. And there's the set. That one's over the net. Minjarez to Sullivan. And there's the set. The dig. Megan Feldman with the dig. Here comes Morris getting it over the net. And that goes out. But it will go in favor of the Bulldogs as they lead 2-0 in this third period. As Adrian is looking to pull away as soon as they can and get as many points as they can to get a good lead, as Kendall Sullivan with the one-handed play. Morris getting it over the net, and there's the dig from Rochelle. And it's over the net. Lana Cox with the dig. Kendall Sullivan with the set. Morris over the net. And it's quickly recovered by the Hornets. And it's over the net. Lana Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Feldman over the net. And there's the dig from the Hornets. Bulldogs lead 3-0 as that one hit the net. Here's Maya Minjardes. She will be making another serve for Adrian, and it goes over the net. And there's a set from Goddard. And a great block by Feldman. And it's over the net. Morris to Feldman. And there's the dig by Stevens. Stevens hits it over, and it gets by Sullivan. And the Hornets are on the board. Stevens now will be substituted by Meston. As that one goes over the net. Lana Cox. Now Megan Feldman, who hits the net. It's 3-2 Bulldogs. The Hornets, as the Hornets are looking to sting back and to try and possibly force a fourth period. Morris trying to get it over, but blocked. Now Feldman gets it over. There's a nice set from Meston. Amber Morris to Kendall Sullivan. Now to Feldman. As Rochelle went for the diving dig, Sullivan did not get enough altitude on the ball. But Feldman and Chan letting her know that it's okay. That one's over the net. Lana Cox with the low dig. Sullivan to Morris. And who's going to get this one? It's going to be Meston. Now Miller. Sullivan. Excuse me, that was Chan getting it over the net. Now Feldman gives the Bulldogs the lead, 4-3. So here comes Reckling and Thackeray. Substituting for Sullivan and Feldman. So here is Emma Thackeray. She'll be making the serve for the Bulldogs, and there's the dig from Stevens. And the Bulldogs lead 5-3. As again, they're hoping to keep pulling away. And they want to make this a quick game here. And a nice play, but Cox gets to it, but Cox did not have enough room to pass it to one of her teammates. So now it's a one-point game again, with the Hornets getting the ball back. As Rochelle will be making the serve, and it gets over the net. Cox to Reckling. That one's on the dig. Reckling to Morris. That was a good effort from Morris. And it bounces in front of Thackeray. We are tied at 5. Rochelle about to make her third consecutive serve. A point here would give the Hornets their first lead. Lana Cox to Reckling, to Morris. And now there's a set from Meston. Over the net, here's Cox. Now Reckling, Chan. Meston and Miller working together. Reckling with the set. Thackeray making the one-handed play. Going over the net. And Minjardes misses it. As the Hornets take their first lead of this game. As now they want to get a good pace here to keep things going here and to avoid the sweep. That one's over the net, and we're tied again at 6. So here's Amber Morris She'll be making the serve, and there's the dig from the Hornets. And Rowan does a good job on the defense. Bulldogs reclaim the lead 7-6. Morris about to make her second serve in a row. Bulldogs looking to hang on to the ball here. And there's the dig over the net. And we're tied at 7 as the Hornets get the kill. As Goddard will be substituted by Bornay. So now here's Josie Cook making her first appearance. She is a junior from North Muskegon. Rowan getting it over the net. Who's going to get this one? It's going to be Meston making the set. Bulldogs take the lead again, 8-7. As Rainey Atherton will substitute for Kayla Chan. Haley Scott substituting for Maya Minjardes. So now here's Atherton making the serve for the Bulldogs. And now there's a set from Orangeman. Rowan with the one-handed play, quickly recovered from the Bulldogs. And there's a set from Cook. And it's Bulldogs tried to block it. But just like that, we're tied again. Kayla Chan will re-enter into this game. Or excuse me, no, Minjarez will come in instead. That one's over the net. Thackeray to Reckling. Morris over the net. Here's Rochelle. Minjarez with the set. Rowan going for the point. But the Hornets keeping him from touching the ground. And Kalamazoo takes a 9-8 lead. So now here's Brittany Miller with the Hornets having a 9-8 lead. Miller will be making the serve for Kalamazoo. And that one's over the net. Thackeray with the dig. Bulldogs looking to tie it up here. Rowan goes for the kill. But it will be the Hornets' point as it was out. And that one's over the net. Thackeray with the dig. Now the set. The dig. Hornets get it over and another point. It's Kalamazoo. And we're going to get a timeout here for just a minute. But we'll be back right after this. The Hornets have an 11-8 lead in this third period as the Bulldogs lead the series 2-0. As the Hornets are trying to get on a pace to try to possibly avoid the sweep. And that one's over the net. Thackeray at the dig. Reckling to Morris. As the Hornets recover it. And Minjarez misses it. It is 12-8. Now here's the serve from Kalamazoo. Thackeray with the dig. Reckling to Rowan. As the Bulldogs are struggling to find the momentum. As the Hornets lead 13-8. Reckling with the set. Rowan getting it over, and the Bulldogs get their 9th. As Rowan does a good job getting it over and having the ball hit the floor on the other side quickly. So here's Kendall Sullivan. She'll be substituting for Emma Thackeray. And that one went too far. Sullivan seemed to have a little bit too much momentum on the ball. As now the Hornets have a 14-9 lead. As here's Beckler getting over the net. Here's Sullivan to Rowan. And another set by Ahrensman. Minjardes to Scott to Feldman. And the Bulldogs are now in the double-digit column. Rowan will be substituted by Cox, as she will try to help get Adrian back on track here. And that one's over the net. There's the dig from Rochelle Ahrensman. And whose point will this be? It will be Kalamazoo's point. They lead 15-10 in the third. So here's Josie Cook. And Michaela Goddard are back into this game. Substituting for Bournet and Ahrensman. Sullivan with the set. Feldman over the net. There's the dig from the Hornets. Goes for the point. And now it's the Bulldogs' point. As Cox and Minjardes did a good job keeping an eye on it. Again, making sure no one touches it when they have a gut feeling that it's going to go out. And Sullivan did not get the contact she wanted on the dig, as Kalamazoo leads 16-11. As the Hornets are starting to get on a pace to force a period number 4. Sullivan with the set. Now here's Feldman. A little awkward on the dig, but gets it over. Now it's the Hornets getting it back into the Bulldogs territory. And Chan. And it was blocked from the Hornets. Feldman getting it over, but it's dug back up by Goddard. Sullivan with the dig. Morris now. Minjardes. Sullivan. Now here's Feldman. And it will be the Bulldogs' point. 16-12 Kalamazoo here in the third. Sullivan will be substituted by Reckling. So now here's Feldman, who will be making the serve. Feldman is a junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And just like that, the Hornets get the ball back. Beckler will now be coming in for Reuter. Feldman substituted by Thackeray. And it's over the net. Cox gets to it first. Reckling to Morris. And again, just a little too much momentum on the hit. Going outside the corner. And this will be a timeout for the Bulldogs, but we'll be back in just a minute. The Hornets have an 18-12 lead. Will they force a period number 4? Find out only on ACTV. I'm Forrest Vernier.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes. as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful.
The Hornets lead 18-12. We are live from Marilat Sport and Fitness Center here at the campus of Adrian College. I'm Forrest Vernier. On play-by-play tonight, Jake Lucart is directing. Audrey Evans is running the top camera, and Dylan Knighton is taking B-roll footage. That one's over the net. Here's Minjardes with the dig. Bulldogs looking to start to catch up here. And there's the dig from Rochelle. Lana Cox to Chan. As the Hornets are refusing to let the ball touch the floor. And it's over the net from Chan. And the Hornets lead 19-12. As the Bulldogs seem to be struggling at keeping the ball in the square when going for the point. And that one hits the net. And the Bulldogs will get the ball back as Amber Morris will be serving it, as Lana Cox will be substituted by Virginia Rowan. And here's Morris making the serve, and there's the dig by Cook. And that one goes past Minjardes. That's the 20th point for the Hornets. Hornets lead 20-13 in the third period. Looking to avoid being swept by the Bulldogs as Rowan gets it over the net. There's the set by Meston. Minjardes with a dig high in the air. Reckling to Rowan. And it hits the floor as Meston went for the diving dig and missed. It is 20-14. Cook will be substituted by Aaronsman. Scott will take over for Chan. Also, Atherton is back into this game as she makes the serve. And that one's dug up by Rochelle. Atherton will have to make the dig. Rowan over the net. And it's double teamed by Rowan and Scott. Thackeray with the dig. Someone's going to have to get to it. It's going to be Reckling. Morris with the dig, making it go over the net. And that's going to be another point. It's the 21st for the Hornets. Chan and Atherton back on the sidelines. That one's over the net. Here's Thackeray. Reckling with the set. Now there's a set from Aaronsman. As Thackeray will have to make the dig. Rowan over the net. And it's dug back up again. And it hits the net. But on the error, it will be the Hornets' 22nd point. Hornets are 3 points away from forcing a fourth period. And that one hits the net from Rowan. 23-14 Hornets here in the third. And it's over the net again. Morris to Reckling to Scott. And that one goes too far as the Bulldogs get their 15th. Here comes Sullivan and Feldman. Coming back in for Reckling and Thackeray. David Kwan having a quick conversation with Reckling. So here's Kendall Sullivan. Sullivan will be making the serve in just a moment, as Manjarres is gathering Feldman, Rowan, and Scott, trying to figure out a plan for what they could do to possibly catch up here in the third. So here's Sullivan making the serve, goes over, dug up. Manjarres with the dig. Here's Sullivan, Rowan. And the Bulldogs get their 16th. Sullivan now will be making another serve here. That one's over the net. Sullivan went for the one-handed dig. But the Hornets are a point away from forcing a fourth period. Here's Beckler with the serve. Manjarres with the dig. Sullivan to Feldman. And there's the dig over the net. And the Hornets will force a fourth period as they beat the Bulldogs here in the third, 25-16. As this game will continue, and both teams will switch sides on the court, and we will be back for the fourth period. I am Forrest Vernier from Adrian College Television.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions.
And we are back here at Marilat Sport and Fitness Center. I'm Forrest Vernier along with Jake Lukehart, Audrey Evans, and Dylan Knighton, as the Kalamazoo Hornets avoided the sweep from the Bulldogs, as there will be a fourth period. But since the Bulldogs have a 2-1 lead, if Adrian College wins this one, they will win this game. As Lana Cox gives the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead. As that's one down, 24 to go for the Bulldogs. Also for the girl who wears number 24, Lana Cox, who made her second serve and blocked by Scott, but the Hornets making good work with the ball as Morris gets it over the net, and it gets by Miller. 2-0 Adrian. Lana Cox about to make her third consecutive serve here. That's over the net. There's the dig. And it hits the net on the play by Cook. 3-0 Bulldogs here in the fourth. Cox making her fourth serve in a row here. And there's the dig by number 19, Miller. Cox with the one-handed play. And Cox will make another one-handed play, recovering for the Bulldogs. And Adrian College leads 4-0. Two phenomenal plays by Lana Cox, both one-handed on the transition. Cox with another serve, and the dig by Goddard. Feldman going for the kill, but the Hornets quickly recover it. But Manjares does a good job keeping an eye on it, lets it go out, and it's 5-0 Bulldogs here in the fourth. Cox gets it over the net. Another great serve from Cox. Manjares has to hurry. Sullivan to Morris. That was dug up by Rochelle. Lana Cox will have to come in and make the dig. Solve the set. Morris goes for the kill, but it's stopped by Rochelle. And Lana Cox with the dig. Kendall Sullivan to Manjardes and Rochelle. Cox waits for it, digs it. Sullivan, Feldman. And the Bulldogs get their sixth. Timeout Bulldogs, but what a start they have in period number 4 with a 6-0 lead. We'll be back in just a minute here at Marilat.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last line.
Lana Cox will get back to work here with the Bulldogs, leading 6-0 in the fourth period. As they're looking to take this one and win the series. And and Sullivan couldn't get the contact she wanted. And the Hornets looking to sting back again as they get their first here in the fourth. Now Meston will be making the serve. Meston is a junior from Grand Rapids, Michigan. As Manjardes couldn't get the momentum on the dig, it is now 6-2. Meston making another serve here. Manjardes with the dig. Feldman getting it over the net. Looking to help get the Bulldogs get the ball back. Manjares with a spectacular dig. Sullivan to Morris. And it's going to go out of play. As that was picked up by one of the spectators. That was my friend Jacqueline Hildebrandt. Shout out goes to her. Now here's Manjardes making the serve. Now Alana Cox. Now here's Morris. And it's the Bulldogs' point again. They lead 8-2 in the fourth. As it made contact with the wrist before it did so with the floor. And now Manjares making another serve. And it goes out as the Hornets have their third. Beckler will substitute for Charlotte Reuter. Now here's Rochelle making the serve. Lana Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Feldman. And it's stopped by Goddard. And that one gets by Cox. And the Hornets get their fourth point on the kill. And the lead is cut in half. So now here's Rochelle making the serve. Cox with the low dig. Morris getting over the net. Rochelle now to Goddard. Sullivan with the dig. Now Manjardes coming in to dig it. Feldman getting it over the net, but still in play. There's a dig from Beckler. That one's over the net. And it's quick, and it's blocked, but the Bulldogs hanging on. There's a set by Goddard. Kayla Chan making the block, but now the Hornets hanging on to it. And it goes out. Bulldogs get their ninth. So now here's Reckling and Thackeray checking in, substituting for Sullivan and Feldman. Also, Brittany Miller is back into this game for the Hornets. Thackeray making her first serve of this fourth period. That one's over the net. Here's Cox with the dig. Chan getting it over the net. And the Hornets could not get the altitude. It is now 10-4 Bulldogs. As they're looking to pull ahead here. There's the dig from Rochelle. And that one gets by Cox. Or wait, no, excuse me. That will still be the Bulldogs' point on the error. It's 11-4 Adrian College now. There's a set from Goddard. Chan with the block. Lana Cox with the dig. Reckling to Morris. And it gets by Meston. It's 12-4 Adrian. As the Bulldogs looking to have more here. Thackeray getting it over the net. Chan and Feldman playing good defense as they get their 13th. Thackeray will be making another serve here. That one's over the net. And it hits the floor. It was just inside the box as the Bulldogs get their 14th. Bulldogs just need 11 more for the win. Thackeray with the serve, but that one was too far. Thackeray had a little bit of too much momentum on the serve. This will give the Hornets the ball as Goddard will be substituted by Cook, who will be serving it for the Hornets. That one goes over the net. Manjares digs it. Chan goes for the point. And that one's set. Now here's Cox. Now Reckling. Morris. And it bounces back in. The Hornets get their 6th. Josie Cook now making her 2nd consecutive serve. There's Manjardes to Reckling to Thackeray, who gets the ball back for the Bulldogs, getting their 15th as Rowan substitutes for Cox. Cook now will be substituted by Arnsman. Morris with the serve. There's a set by Arnsman. That's over the net. And that'll be a point for the Hornets. Made contact with the wrist before it did with the floor. So now here's Brittany Miller taking over for Meston. Chan getting it over the net. And it's out. Hornets still have the ball here. Miller now making another serve. Thackeray with the dig. Reckling to Rowan, who gets the kill point. 16-8 Bulldogs. Scott and Atherton coming in for Manjardes and Chan. Atherton will be serving it for Adrian. Over the net. The dig from Miller. And just like that, the Hornets, this has just been back and forth with who has the ball here. But the Bulldogs still have a good lead. But they're going to have to try to get the ball back as Megan Reckling with the one-handed play gives the Bulldogs their 17th. Here comes Rochelle substituting for Beckler. Reckling and Thackeray. Substituted by Sullivan and Feldman. Sullivan with the serve, the dig, the set by Aaronsman. A nice dig there from the Bulldogs. Rowan with a one-handed play getting over the net, but on the error. The Hornets get their 10th point now. They're in double digits. So this is Michaela Goddard making the serve for the Hornets. Rowan to Sullivan. And the dig from Rochelle. Stevens going for the point, but it's blocked from the Bulldogs. Feldman doing a good job recovering it. Rowan goes for the point, and the Bulldogs get their 18th. Cox coming back in for Rowan. As David Kwan will have her serve. Lana Cox getting it over the net. There's the dig from Stevens. The set by Goddard. The dig from Manjardes. There's the set. And nobody was there to dig it. Bulldogs get their 19th. So Lana Cox will try to bring it home for the Bulldogs. She serves it, and it's out. Hornets get the ball back again. So Stevens will be substituted by Meston. Meston has played a great game tonight. That one's over the net. Manjardes with the dig. Sullivan has to hurry. Now Morris with the one-handed play. There's the dig from Miller. And Scott with the block. Now Sullivan to Morris. and it hits the net. Bulldogs get their 20th. Chan coming back in, substituting for Haley Scott. So now here's Minjardes. She will make the serve for the Bulldogs. It'll be Rochelle who digs it. The set from Goddard. And the flag goes up. Or wait just a minute. As the ball again made contact with the wrist before it touched the floor. So it will be the Hornets' ball. Rochelle now making the serve. Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Feldman. And it's too far outside the corner. Hornets will be serving it again. Rochelle will try to get things going here. And now here's the serve. Lana Cox with the dig. Sullivan to Morris. And the Bulldogs get point number 21. So here's Megan Reckling. She'll be taking over for Kendall Sullivan. Megan Feldman will get a turn to serve it for Adrian. And there's the dig from Rochelle. Set by, that was the set by Goddard. And just like that, the Hornets again getting their 14th. Both teams just refuse to give up here. And there's the serve by Cook. Morris getting it over the net and gets the point for the Bulldogs. 22-14. Rowan coming back in for Cox. As Cook is being substituted by Aaronsman. Now it's up to Amber Morris for the Bulldogs. And there's the dig, the set, over the net. Thackeray has to hurry, makes the diving dig. Rowan getting over the net. Morris recovers it. Reckling to Morris again. Bulldogs get their 23rd. They just need 2 more points for the win. So here's Amber Morris making the serve for Adrian. There's the set by Aaronsman. Morris with the dig. Minjar's now with the dig. And Virginia Rowan hits it too far out. 23-15 in favor of the Bulldogs. So here's Brittany Miller. She will be making the serve now. As Meston will be substituted by Bornay. Reckling to Rowan. Blocked, but recovers it. Reckling. Chan goes for the point, but it's stopped by Aaronsman. Over the net, Chan with the block. But the Hornets still have it. Now it's in Bulldog territory. And the dig, set, Stevens over the net. Chan with the dig. Rowan goes for the kill. And the Bulldogs are 1 point away from getting the win over the Hornets. Scott will substitute for Minjarez. Now it's up to Kayla Chan to try to get this last. Chan now with the serve for the win. Thackeray now with the dig. Reckling to Rowan. And it's blocked. And the Hornets stay alive. Now here's Reuter coming in to substitute for Rochelle. The Hornets still hanging on. Reckling now to Rowan over the net. Set. There's the dig. Stevens blocked. And whose point will that be? It will be the Hornets. Hornets have their 17th. Ava Beckler will try to keep it going here. And the Hornets get their 18th. But the Bulldogs are still a point away. And we're going to get a timeout here, but we'll be right back in just a minute. Bulldogs lead 24-18. We'll be right back after these messages from YouTube.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook.
And we are back as the Bulldogs looking to get that last point here. But the Hornets are going for a possible comeback here to maybe force a fifth period. It's Ava Beckler making the serve, goes over the net. Thackeray to Rowan. And that's going to do it. And the Bulldogs win this series 3-1 over the Kalamazoo Hornets. As here in the fourth period, the Bulldogs had a phenomenal start, having a 6-0 lead. But the Hornets kept bringing it back, getting point after point, with the Bulldogs needing one away. But Adrian College does get that last point to win it. 25-19 here in period number 4. As they win it 3-1. As we want to thank you very much for tuning into this stream here on Adrian College Television. On Friday, though, it is the home opener for Adrian College women's basketball. I will be on the call for that game alongside Nathan Linner. But we want to thank you very much for watching and listening here on ACTV. From Dylan Knighton, Audrey Evans, Jake Lukehart, I'm Forrest Vernier. And your final score, Adrian College 25, Kalamazoo College 19, as they win it 3-1. We hope you have a great rest of your night. Go in love and peace.